right, man, we're into the co-main event of the night.
Now we have Caleb, the Peaceful Warrior Crump, fighting at a team elevation. Caleb is sitting at 1-1 right now, but Caleb is a very solid athlete. This is going to be his first fight after moving up to welterweight. His last fights have been at lightweight, in which his last matchup was, I believe it was May 4th in Colorado Springs for No Mercy against Eric the Antidote Grant. Very tough, hard-fought matchup that he, unfortunately for him, did not get his hand raised in that contest, but has been able to make a rebound and has come back, retooled his game. Said he was killing himself at the weight cut. Talked to him yesterday at weigh-ins. He said he was just tired of killing his body. He said he just was too big to feel that depleted through the entirety of a camp, especially after him transitioning to elevation and training with the caliber of athletes that he has over there with, you know, the who's who of your Gaethjes to your Chepe Mariscals to Austin Hubbards, Drew Dobers, Corey Sandhagens, all of those pros that are within that weight range that he would have to see on a regular basis. You know, you're going up against some of those bodies. Your Neil Magny's of the world as well. To be in such a deficit and having to kill yourself through that camp, that's tough.
100%. You got to be in a weight class that's comfortable for you. So when you come out and fight night, you're able to bring your best. If you're not able to do that, you got to adjust the weight class. And that's where this is when you do that. Find out which weight class is in these early fights.
Definitely. And, you know, the interesting thing is that Caleb Crump, if MMA math does, you know, anything for you or speaks anything into that makes his opponent, his opponent Ktaro Cade is sitting at 0-1. His one loss is to one of Crump's teammates. His one loss is to Caleb Hall of Elevation, which happened here in Pueblo just a couple of months ago for Colorado Combat Club. One thing that's worth observing, one thing that's worth noting is that Cade has fought across a very wide range of weight classes himself. He at one point fought Grant Neal, who is now in Bellator at light heavyweight.
Wow.
Yes.
What an interesting note. Again, my man Jordan Kurtz with all those awesome little tidbits and facts for you.
He's also fought at middleweight, so you know we've seen him in a wide range of where he's competed at. So you know, without going too deep on it, you're dealing with somebody who's game, who's basically saying, I don't care how big you are, I don't care who you are, I'm still the same height one way or the other, and we're going to whatever weight class, and we're gonna let them things fly, and we'll see how it plays out.
I wonder if Caleb borrowed Theo Mac's trunks back in the back there. Those look like the same trunks that
very similar, just maybe the short leg.
Well, Theo's a little smaller, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
maybe
true. Might be the same ones.
They were kind of big on Theo too, a little loose on the leg.
Ktaro Cade out there in the American flag trunks.
Yeah, I like those. Living in America.
They're like a Thai-style trunk, it looks like.
Kind of it reminds me of Rocky and Creed kind of style.
Exactly. Crump has a strong jiu-jitsu background, so we'll see if he looks to take this to the ground right away. Crump is ready to go.
Agreed.
The Peaceful Warrior looks like he is ready to go to war.
Yeah, and I was just thinking Ktaro Cade looks like he's pretty peaceful right now. Interesting dynamic of the names and personalities going into this one.
Now, we did see Crump just shake his arms out a little bit. Let's hope that he's not too tense before things even get started. And he went for the takedown. Crump went for the takedown right away as guessed. The body lock takedown. He's now sitting in half guard of Cade.
Cade seems to be the stronger, stouter dude too, so I like the game plan by Caleb to try and start grappling him right away and kind of dissolve that power out of the arms real early. You saw him try and throw that big uppercut early, so.
Endurance has been a question in the past for Cade. He did look to fatigue early on in the contest in his last fight, in his pro debut. So we'll be interested to see how much Crump just really tries to wear on him right now. You know, right now Cade is having to support the entire weight as we just see another body lock takedown with a trip.
Now he's
Crump is getting toward the back. Crump has one hook in, he sinks the other hook.
Not a good position for Cade.
Cade is turtled up, but we see an arm being sunk right now from Crump.
He's got wrist control. He's working to get under the chin, it looks like, with his right hand and laying damage.
He's got him completely flattened out. He has him completely flattened out. We might see the ground and pound finish. Cade is not doing anything to defend himself. Crump is teeing off. We might see it right now. This might be it. Bobby Wambacher stops the action right there.
It's over. It's over. Cade wants to contest him, but that fight was over.
Cade is contesting it, but he wore about 15, 20 strikes unanswered.
You just can't take that many unanswered shots. You just can't do it. I know it sucks. I know it was early in the first round, but geez, you just cannot let yourself take that many unanswered punches. Well done by Caleb Crump to get that top position. Great wrist control, and then with his free right hand was able to lay that vicious ground and pound to seal the victory.
Absolutely, and you know, Caleb Crump being accompanied out there with some very solid company in one Elliot Marshall, the former UFC veteran, tough Season 9 veteran, and now the very high esteemed coach of one of the top teams in the country and Team Elevation.
And Caleb Crump to the center for the decision.
And for the first time of the night, we see a little bit of a lack of, you know, class, respect, whatever you want to say. You know, Ktaro Cade, he left the octagon before the official decision, and it was by no medical reason or anything to that effect.
Yeah, I think he was just frustrated, wanted to get out of there. But like I said, all props to Caleb Crump. He came in here, fought his butt off, got a great first-round win.
Absolutely. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's showing up your opponent.
As he takes a deep breath before his interview.